What are we going to talk about on this episode? I just showed how to remove carpet tack strip, a nice easy way. So if you didn't watch that episode, it was right before this particular one. This one has to do with some carpet samples. Here we got some vinyl tile planking samples. Okay, and we had to make a decision. We decided to initially we were just going to leave this existing wood flooring, and this existing wood flooring is planking 3/8, and it's like oak, and it had a natural finish on it, a tongue and groove. Okay, and then this was carpet. Here, all I thought initially I was going to do coming in here was re-stretch the carpet, because the carpet was still in pretty good shape. But hey, c'est la vie. Oh, look at the geese, all in a row. There they go. Follow the leader. Oh, it's gonna be fun living over here by the river. Okay, but and all I was gonna have to do was get a carpet guy out here and re-stretch this carpet, but you know how things kind of morph into something a little bit bigger. Mommy decided, hey, let's go ahead and replace the carpet throughout the entire condo. And since we're doing that, I thought, okay, if we take this floor out here, let's think about taking this out. And then we could put some planking down. She didn't really like the idea of having carpet right here next to the outside deck, next to the water out there. And we thought, hey, let's do that. And let's use, on lots of HGTV shows, they've been using the vinyl planking. And it's really heavy, thick. Well, it's not that thick, but it's strong, it's stout, and it comes in different sizes. And we decided to get this stuff here. It's actually 16 by 32 inches, 16 inches wide instead of 8-inch wide. Here's another sample. This is from Armstrong Flooring. That was 7 inches by 46. Okay, this is Engage Genesis. And that was going to be our second choice, this one. And our first choice was this. And doesn't that look nice? And so we decided throughout this whole front area, go ahead and install the vinyl. And I thought the guy came out this morning, and I thought he was gonna say that we needed to install a vapor barrier underneath here. Usually they install a plastic vapor barrier, because if you're doing wood planking or a laminate flooring, which is fake wood planking, you always want to get the moisture. You want to protect your floor from any moisture coming up from the floor. Okay, if you have a crawl space under here, even if you have a concrete slab, sometimes, you can, depending where you live and all that, you could have moisture coming up through your concrete slab, at the concrete cracks. If you have cracks or expansion joints in your concrete or whatever, you get a little bit of moisture underneath there, and the wood has a tendency to warp. It has a tendency to expand and contract and all that kind of good stuff. And then you can have a joint, if you get too much water, you can have a joint actually lift up. But this vinyl flooring doesn't do that. And I thought, how cool is that? So he doesn't need to do anything. He did say if you have it in a sunny area, and if the hot sun comes in, he didn't think that was a really good idea. Like maybe the flooring could fade to a certain extent. We don't really have that issue, because in the summer, these trees out here are going to have leaves on them, right? So that's going to cause most of this area to be shady anyways. And in the winter, when the sun comes in here, it's not going to be piping 100-degree weather, It's going to be 60 degrees, so we don't have that issue. And my concern initially was, okay, is that vinyl flooring going to be able to go right over the subfloor, because some floorings have a 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch hardy board backing materials. It comes in 4x8 sheets, and it's really solid. In fact, one of these samples, see, I was questioning these samples initially because one of them had a piece of backing on it. Like, see this one here? This material is actually only from here to the joint in the middle. This back piece is just for display, but this is like hardy backer board material. This is I don't know, yeah, that's probably 1/4 inch or so, and that comes in 4x8 sheets. And then you would put that down on the floor in case your floor is all rough and moving around and all that kind of stuff, because some of the vinyl floor tiles and the laminate, you see here, it's only from here to there, and it's just a hair. This one in particular is almost 3/8 of an inch, 5/16 thick, I think. See the thickness of that one? That's about the same, 5/16. And then there's an actual thickness grade of the actual material, because it's bonded onto the back. See how it sticks out? It's maybe only a 1/16 of an inch thick there. And see how this is about a 1/16 of an inch thick on top. Some of them are thicker than others, so then they wear better. This one here, this one here supposedly is just a hair thicker than this material, but overall it's 5/16 or so. And because we've got it in wide pieces, he thought, hey, no problem, you can put it over this with ease. Because see here we got some samples. Here's some samples from the Home Depot. I guess the thickness is about the same as those other ones. See, this one's thinner though. So if you picked one out that you really loved, this one seems to be thinner, but this one's the thinnest. Let's say this is the one you liked, okay? And you bought that. The question then would become, would you want to install that over a subfloor with just plywood? You know, is it? And depending how wide these planks are, if it comes only 4 inch, let's say this planking comes 4 inches, okay? Then your question for the salesperson is, hey, I've got a subfloor and it's wood and it's kind of ripply and stuff. Would you recommend installing this laminate, this vinyl planking over that floor? Get an answer from them, because they may say, hey, if you do that, your flooring at the joints could flex to a certain extent, because it's trying to follow your dips and doodles in the flooring or something. Then they may suggest, they may try to talk you out of this.